Right, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to put in a simple kitchen. This will just cover the very basics. With Softplan you can get into extreme detail, deciding what kind of countertops you're going to put on, door handles, everything. But we're just going to do something very basic to begin with. So I'm going to go up to, I'm in my first floor plan. I've done a rough layout, and I'm going to put in my kitchen. I'm going to do an L-shaped kitchen going this way. So I'm going to say, go up to Draw, I'm going to go down to Cabinet, then Plan View, and I'm going to go to Auto Cabinet. I'm going to let it draw it for me. I can have it put in just the base cabinets, or I can have it put in the base cabinets and wall cabinets. So that's the upper cabinets. I can go and change the style by selecting out of here, but right now, as I said, I'm just going to do something basic, so we'll go with what the default is there. I say OK. Then what I do is I come over and I start where I decide where I want to start my kitchen. So I'm going to start somewhere around here. If I want the cupboards to be up next to the wall, which in this case I do, be fairly close to the wall but not right on it. So then I click and I just draw a line to indicate the path of the cupboards. So I'm going to go something like this. Actually, I could come back up a little bit here. I'll come back up and make it a semi-U shape. When I'm done tracing, then what I do is I right-click with the mouse, and it puts in all the cupboards for me. Okay. Notice that it hasn't put any upper cabinets in here, which is exactly the way I'd want it anyways. It's done it because those are wall cabinets, and so I can't put them in. So now I'm going to just quickly do a build quick 3D, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. I'll use sketched mode so it doesn't take too long to generate, and I'm going to say OK. And somehow I've ended up not in a great spot with my thing. There we go. I'm just going to make it so that it's small enough that you can see the whole thing. And I'm going to zoom in and have a look at my kitchen. And to zoom, I use the roller mode. I use the roller ball on the mouse. I can zoom in, zoom out. To pan, I can hold the right mouse button, and then I can pan it up and down. And if I push down on the roller button, I can tilt or orbit around it. Okay, so I've got a pretty good looking kitchen. Notice that I had put in a window already, and it has figured out how to adjust the wall cabinets so they go around the window, not through it. The next thing I want to do is put in a sink. I'm going to put my sink in just underneath this window. So I'm going to go back to my plan view, and I can go up to Draw and then Symbols, or I can use the shortcut I. So I'm going to type in I on the keyboard, and then I'm going to go to Kitchen, and I'm going to look for sinks. It's alphabetical here. I'm going to go to Sink Double. Sink double 1. That's kind of a nice looking sink, so I'm going to say OK. Then I need to click where I want the sink. I want it somewhere around there. And I just need to identify which way it's supposed to rotate around. So I'm going to click like that. And notice that it adjusted it the last second there to make it fit into the cabinets. And so that's good. You can go through and adjust that later if you'd like. And we could move the window and adjust the upper wall cabinets. But for now, I'm just going to leave it rather than taking up the time now. So now if I regenerate, you can see that we've got our sink in here. If I zoom in, I can actually see that there is a bit of an issue. This cabinet is not wide enough in order to fit this double sink. So I would need to go in and change the width of this cabinet. I could change the width of this cabinet and the one beside it, and then hopefully it'll fit. So let's go back, and To make changes to the cabinets, to the widths and so on, what I can do is I need to explode the cabinets into their individuals. So I go up to Miscellaneous, go to Explode, and click on the cabinets. And now notice that I've got each of the individual ones showing here. So I could go through and make changes to the width of the cabinet. I'm not going to do that at this point. I don't want to take the time. If I wanted to, I would go through and do Edit and click on the cabinet. And now I can go through and change its width. So this one is 27 inches. I could make it more like 32, and then it should fit the double sink. For right now, I could go back and just change the sink type and make it a little bit smaller. The other thing that you're going to want to possibly do is to put in a dishwasher into the cabinets. And to do that, while you're in Explode mode, so again I went to Miscellaneous and then Explode, what I can do is if I edit and click on the cabinet, I can again change the width, but down towards the bottom here is Replace Cabinet with Symbol. So I could go through and I could go to my kitchen and go to dishwasher. I'm going to use this one here. Don't use the elevation ones. And say OK. And now you can see the outline of the dishwasher there. And if I go and have a look at the kitchen and regenerate, and now I've got a dishwasher. And you can do the same thing with a stove and so on. Okay. That's, I think, where we'll stop for the kitchen at this point. And again, there's a lot more things that you can do with it. You can change the width of the countertop. You can maybe extend it out further so that you would have a little bar area here. Put in a couple of stools, and so you'd have a little eating area at this side of the kitchen if you'd like. All sorts of things that you can do. You can change the height of the wall cabinets. So you may want to change the height of one of these so that you can have just some doors up above and then a microwave in underneath, and all those things are possible. Okay, I'm not going to go into that detail at this stage. We're looking to do something pretty basic. So that's the end of the kitchen tutorial, and hopefully this is helpful. If sorry, just before I do sign off here, if the kitchen has not gone back to with the cabinets all back in what's called cleanup mode, then I'm just going to explode them back again. We'll explode. Just to put them back again, we go to Miscellaneous, Cleanup, and it puts it all back again. Okay, alright, and that's the end of our video for kitchens.